back to my channel. Happy Friday. First and foremost, I have got to apologize to those of you who look forward to my motivational videos. I know that I haven't been posting a lot of them. My days have gotten away from me. And I don't know, like my mind just goes all over the place, and between new games and things that I'm playing and all this other stuff, you guys, I'm just kind of like, sometimes I have to put myself um in a space to really kind of bring you guys the energy behind the motivational message that I'm giving you guys. And sometimes I don't know, like I just sometimes don't, it's not that I don't have any motivation, but like sometimes you just have to feel stuff. But today I'm feeling it. And I'll try to continue to be more consistent because I know a lot of you guys look forward to it. But hope you guys had a great week. It is finally the weekend. It is the last weekend of October, which means we are embarking on a new month, and we've got 2 months left of 2023. So this is definitely a time to reflect. Like I tell you guys all the time, it's good to reflect at the end of every month just to kind of see where your progress. It's almost like giving yourself a progress report. What did you do? Did you accomplish all of your goals for the month? How have you done with your physical goals? Are you exercising? Are you eating properly? Are you making sure that you're taking care of your mental health? Are you continuously trying to improve on yourself every day? If you feel that you fell short, then it's a good time for you to kind of reflect on that, figure out what it is that you can do differently. What didn't you do? What did you do? Did something work? Didn't it work? And then apply it towards the next month. But as it gets closer to the end of the year, sometimes, just like a lot of businesses, they begin to kind of close out their numbers and things like that and close out the year. It's good to kind of do that with yourself too. And so as the end of the year is approaching, um, I kind of think back at a lot of changes that has happened with my business. A lot that aren't in my control, but a lot of the time it is. And there's a couple of things that I would like to work on. I feel like, being more, I don't know, maybe more proactive, getting up earlier in the morning, or making sure that I'm giving myself enough time in the day to do, the work that I need to do, in order for me to feel like I've accomplished everything that I needed to accomplish. Because a lot of the times, at the end of my day, I'm like, man, like, where did the day go? And now that the time has changed, or the time is changing, with the season changing, it's getting darker. And sometimes when it starts getting dark, I just feel like the day just went. And I'm like, there was one day, I think a week ago, where I got up super late, and the next thing I know, it's like 6 o'clock in the evening. I'm like, what the heck did I do with my day? And I don't like that feeling. I don't like feeling like I didn't do anything with my day. But I continue to give myself grace, and I am still proud of me. And that is what my message is today. A couple of things that kind of brought me out to talk about this is because, I'm not where I was in the beginning of the year. Both good and bad, but mostly good. I feel like I did a lot of good self-work this year. I did a lot of good reading and researching, and I took extra care of my mental health, my emotional health. I made sure that I kept in contact with, my therapist, if I felt like, I was kind of in a state where I didn't understand certain things, or maybe I didn't understand my emotions. And that's okay. Like, you don't have to only go to a therapist when something is wrong. Like, people think, oh, I need to go to a therapist to fix this. Sometimes it's good to have somebody on the outside helping you and guiding you, to understanding certain emotions, because sometimes we go through moods and changes emotionally, and we don't understand why. And so a therapist can kind of go in and peel away layers and try to figure out, okay, well, let's figure out what happened and what got you to this point and why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And that's okay. I'm a big advocate for therapy. I think everybody should get therapy, not just because things are bad, but because it's good for your mental health. And so I definitely have a really, really good one. I journaled a lot. I read a lot of, I devoted my mornings to prayer and reading devotionals and answering certain questions and kind of really having that intimate time with praying and, just doing my self work, because I have made it my business to make sure that I prepare my heart for the day. Like, I always want to do things with good intentions. I always want to make sure that I am receiving things with good intention. And so I feel like for me personally, this is just me personally, um, I'm definitely a praying woman. I read my Bible every day. I do a lot of devotionals. The cool thing about my devotional, it's a devotional Bible, and each devotional has three questions that kind of help you reflect on your own life. Things such as, your character, or what you feel is important, or stress, or anxiety, or worries, or procrastination. And sometimes, a lot of the times, these devotionals are really timely, because I could be going through something in the morning, and, I'll wake up with some thoughts in my mind and some things that I'm going through. And sometimes going through these devotionals and journaling and just kind of answering these questions and dissecting myself at that moment um, helps me. And that prepares my heart for the day. And I feel like that is important to me. So I make sure that I have that solitude, that me time in the morning, to where I am focused on just making sure that my heart is right, so that way I can receive anything that the day has with good intentions. And then I'm set for the day. And sometimes I have days where I'm super productive, and other days where I feel like I've allowed things to get in the way, or maybe I'm doing videos a little late, or maybe I'm going to the gym a little late. Sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, going to the gym can really put me in a funk, as far as being extremely tired or too tired to do something when I know I should be doing it. So, but that's really important. That's something that I've been practicing. But I mean, to each his own. Like, I feel like, to also, today, so I went to the doctors and I got great reports. I had blood work done. I had great reports, and it made me feel really, really good. And one of the things that I just am so happy about is the fact that I'm continuously working on myself. I'm continuously getting healthier. um and at one point it kind of got me a little emotional, because I'm like, man, like, who knows where I would be if I didn't take care of myself a couple of years back, when I was at my worst. When I was in this dark place, when I was going through anxiety, and when I was going through depression, and when I was dealing with the things that I was dealing with. I probably would have been, who knows, like, I don't even want to think that way. But like, who knows where I would be. Like, and I'm so proud of myself, because even though I'm not 100% as healthy as I want to be, I am so far from where I was a couple of years ago, so far from where I was in the beginning of this year. The beginning of this year, I started off with a 3-week juice fast. During the summer, I did a 10-week juice fast. And it feels so good to know that I'm on the right track, trying my very best to make sure that I'm making the right decisions when it comes to eating healthy, when it comes to staying healthy, going to the gym, getting regular exercise, making sure that my mind is right, make sure that my emotions are intact, making sure that I'm not putting myself in a position to be stressed out. I try to make sure that I'm not allowing any heavy burdens, whether it's stress, worry, a lot of things. you know my thing is, if you're a praying person and you leave it to God and you pray and everything like that, don't worry about the how. You've already prayed about it, leave it alone, and just make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do on your end. For those of you who are spiritual, maybe you guys rely on the universe, whatever it is. And no matter what it is, if you are, if you believe in something that's higher and bigger than yourself, I'm a firm believer that you do get back what you put out. I'm a big believer in manifestation. I believe that if you manifest yourself to have a great life, you can do that, but you have to do the work. It's not just going to appear, out of the thin blue sky. We have the power of having um, free will, and we have to be careful with the decisions that we make. And so I am definitely super proud of myself for you know, all the things that I've done to get me to where I am, it was not easy. It's easier said than done, especially when you are, you know, following a holistic lifestyle. It's not always easy. You try your best to make the best decisions for yourself. You may slip up. You know, I may have something that's not organic, or I may indulge in something that's a little bit too much, you know, and too much of a good thing can turn into a bad thing depending on what it is. For me, it's probably ice cream. The ice cream can have a lot of sugar in it, and sometimes I can eat a whole box of my dairy-free ice cream. But nonetheless, like, I know that I am seeing the fruits of my work because I worked hard to get to where I am, and I'm proud of myself. Am I where I want to be? No, but I am so far from where I was, and I am proud of that. And so my message to you today is, no matter where you are, be proud that you are not where you were yesterday, that you're not where you were a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. Even if you're in a space right now where it's hard for you to deal with what you've got going on, think about all the times that you have survived those hardest moments that you thought were the hardest moments. You came out of that, you survived, you pushed through, you fought, and this is going to be no different. That's the kind of mindset that you have to have, and you have to be proud of yourself for it. You have to be proud of all the accomplishments that you've done, all the fighting that you've done, all the surviving that you've done, whether it's physical surviving, whether it's mentally surviving, whether it's emotionally surviving, spiritually surviving, you know, even if it's a small thing, even if you stood up for yourself, even if it's you deciding to react a certain way to something or not react at all, if it gave you a positive outcome, if you made you feel good about yourself, be proud of that. Be proud of that and keep going. Give yourself grace every single day and just continue to be better than you were yesterday. That's it. That's it. I'm proud of you no matter where you are in this life. Continue to push forward and always, always be proud of you, even if it's the small steps. I'm telling you, having that positive mindset and having that pride of saying, you know what, man, I didn't do a lot today, but I got out of bed. I didn't do a lot today, but I took a shower. I didn't do a lot today, but I went out for a walk. I didn't do a lot today, but I ate a healthy meal. Those small victories mean so much when you know where you were and you know what it took for you to get there. So be proud of yourself. All right. Leave your comments down below. Let me know how you guys have been. Let me know how your week has been. And let me know what you guys are up to for this weekend. Today is my twin nephew's birthday, as well as my fur niece, Zena. She turns 5 today. So I'm going to be celebrating them today. Tomorrow I'm going to be going to their soccer game and whatever else, trying to enjoy this really nice weather, because I think after tomorrow it's seriously going to drop down to like Frosty the Snowman type temperatures. So I'm not ready for that, but it is what it is. But anyway, leave your comments down below. Make sure that your notifications are on, because I have started to play Miles Morales. I just reshared my playthrough. I got a couple of musical copyright claims, so I had to take care of that. But go and check that out. I will be playing again tonight at some point. I can't wait to get my hands on that. Also, be aware that I will be watching Loki today as well. I should have watched it yesterday, but I was so not feeling it. I wasn't even feeling good yesterday, and it was going to be Loki or gaming, and then I had a little family emergency, so I didn't do either or. So make sure that you guys stay tuned for all of that. Notifications on. Leave your comments down below, and if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. Have a good weekend. Toodles.